crushes.
right?
Absolutely crushes.
Oh, man. Anyway, the world's in a great state. Everything's good.
Yeah, I've only just, I know you're sort of probably all across this, but I've only just caught up with dead internet theory, and I've been reading a lot about it, and it's been scaring the absolute fuck out of me. You're up to date on dead internet
In that
theory?
most of the things that I interact with, not the actual posts, but the things I interact with and react to are robots.
70%, they reckon, of the internet.
I would
all-
agree with that completely.
There was a study today, or like something that had come out recently, that said that at least 60% of Twitter, like X interactions, are bots.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
When
That's the place
read
where
it.
you think
Yeah.
you're like, this is. In fact, that seems low. But on some of the other ones, I think they are more effective. We've had that conversation around that Byron Bay, accommodation catfishing page, which is like just a different form of that same thing, which is the internet is filled with this like slop anyway, and then AI has just accelerated.
Yeah.
I saw Beck Shaw. The brilliant Rebecca Shaw making a point that I have been making for a little while now. We made it a lot in Gruen meetings, which was because AI is already in ads a lot. And AI has robbed us of the idea that something can feel spectacular. Because now that we know that we can make anything, nothing feels impressive anymore. It was like an octopus, like a realistic looking octopus at the bottom of the ocean, ballroom dancing. And I was left unmoved by it because... You're like,
Where's
but
the
you
craft
can make
behind
that.
it?
So
what's
make
left?
it do anything.
What's left? Olympic gymnastics and metal militia motorcycles. That's kind of, but live.
Yeah, well, that's
You
it.
have
So
to be live.
This
You have to be live.
This article I was reading, that's exactly what they're saying is what was not anticipated with the sort of the scalability of AI and the fact that I think the example they used is that every 2 days, the internet is generating more written words than any library or any book in the world, like in terms of hard copies. And so we have flooded our entertainment with so much content that nothing feels special anymore. Because, like you say, a dancing octopus is like, well, anyone can make that.
Yeah.
So
it's almost even the in comedy, like the idea is like they call comedy hours when they film them as special, but that's almost become a joke now because everybody films their comedy hours. So there's nothing special about the idea that somebody has done it anymore. It's not special.
That's right. And so they were saying that people are now yearning for that feeling that something has been created, and the only way to get that is the live experience. So. And this is completely anecdotally, but when I was in Melbourne, I was so heartened by where I was staying in Fitzroy. Every bar, every venue, every like pop-up art gallery was packed. And it was packed with young people who seemed like phones not out, but wanted to interact with each other and wanted to have an experience that felt real and authentic as opposed to sort of a digitized, sanitized, and probably corporatized message that has been sent to them through their phones.
Well, something that is just for them rather than for the masses. There's always going to be this like room for these huge mass appeal things, of course. But like the idea of the return of the niche, like this is like, I mean, it's self-serving for me to say
It's a
this,
sequel
of
to
course.
Return of the Mac, not as popular that song.
It's like,
Return of the Niche.
Are you just going to do returns? Yep, this is all I'm doing actually. Return of the DVD. It was a video shop era.
Return of the disposable camera. Very niche.
So Return of the Boomerang, which I got cancelled for, which I didn't think was fair. Boomerangs do come back. I didn't think that was inappropriate.
Inappropriation, I think.
Inappropriate.
Nice.
Oh, sure.
You're welcome.
So
I've got not a lot of time on my hands, man.
This idea of, this is what I've been trying to do with these improv shows, and the reason I don't film them is that I like the idea that we're just making something for this room tonight, for the people who are here tonight, and that itself is an experience to be valued.
Yeah.
Like, when I really like a sandwich, the greatest compliment I could pay that sandwich is to not take a photo of that sandwich. To just...
But you will kiss it and tell it it's beautiful.
Oh, well, that's the reason I can't take a photo. It's because my dick is in the sandwich. I'm like, hey,
note to self.
It's a small
Don't have
sandwich.
lunch at
Don't,
Will's.
don't let the height fool you. It's a small
it's
sandwich.
a finger sandwich.
When you came and did,
It's various sandwich. It's various breads.
it's not a foot long. When you came and did my comedy festival show, when you
Yes,
came and did the improv show that we did, the news show,
Yes.
I would say that every night. And people recoil, though. I would say, look, we're all here.
Yes.
And this show only, like all great improv, you are the ones that give us the clues as to what you like. So if you laugh or groan or whatever, we're going to lean into that, okay? But because this is only going to happen in front of you, if we did the same topics tomorrow and with a different audience, it would be completely, completely different. So what we're doing here right now, we're all creating it together. It'll never happen again. And you're never going to get it sitting at home fingering your fucking phone.
Right.
And that's what I started improv when I was like 16 or 15
I really
or
did
something.
not know if that sentence was going to end in phone. But I get what you mean, which is this idea of, and also if AI, or at least AI at the moment, is just, its capabilities are basically limited to the idea it can suck up what has come before and then repurpose that in some sort of way, right? Then the only true response to it is to make something that is not already in the information. The only way you can differentiate yourself from AI is to be making something that hasn't already been made. There is a world in which it leads to more originality and not less.
Yeah. I mean, the term that is popular at the moment is AI slop. And I think it is such a perfect descriptor for what it feels like. Because you go into your social, like Instagram, my Instagram is just filled with people who I don't follow, doing stuff that I don't give a shit about. And it's all the fucking same. And it's slop. It's just a big bucket of fucking slop.
So why are you going there?
Because I have to post shit to promote our fucking podcast that no one listens to.
That's the thing I hate the most about it, is I have to fucking use it.
But this is the thing that I wonder if we've all fallen into a big Ponzi scheme trap, because we do all feel like we have to suddenly go to work for these social media companies that aren't giving us anything back in return, right? And we do say, oh, well, like it's almost that thing now, because I've been off socials for a couple of years and I'm starting to like do that thing. And I don't know what the solution to this is, by the way, because I understand where we are at the moment, which is this point of going, well, that's where the audiences are, so we have to go there. But what if your audiences aren't there? Because they have also come to the same conclusion as you, which is that this is not a healthy place to be. And they've gone out into the real world. And there's all these like cool audiences that are like would love to access the thing that you're doing, but they're not hearing about it anymore because all the old traditional ways to hear about something have gone. You can't put an ad in the paper or whatever.
But you are involved in that. Like when I think about how am I going to get word out about, like I've just, we were going to do a live show based on this new book.
Yes.
And we did some A/B testing. We put some tickets on sale and the test result came back fairly conclusive that, okay, we're not going to go on tour.
Downsized like the Black Keys, when they booked that stadium tour, and then they were like, oh,
Hoodoo clubs.
Okay, you know what? Big clubs, big venues, definitely big venues.
Everyone relax!